Before we start, drop your biggest fear. What's the one thing holding you back from your boldest move? And your city in the comments below. Maybe you think courage is something you're born with, like a genetic superpower. Maybe you assume guys like me, building rockets and AI, never feel fear. Or maybe you've never realized that every breakthrough I've made space. Tesla Neuralink started with a moment I was terrified to face. This isn't just another talk. It's for anyone who's ever frozen before a big leap, wondering if they're enough. Today, I'm spilling the courage code that turned a scared kid from Pretoria into the guy pushing humanity to Mars. By the end, you'll have a framework to face your fears and make your dreams unstoppable. No fluff, just raw truth from my darkest moments. Let's dive in. Let me rip the band-aid off. I'm scared all the time, not just in the early days right now. In August 2025, with Starship launches, Tesla's AI gambles, and Neuralink wiring brains, I wake up at 3 a.m., heart racing, wondering if I've bet too big, if I'll fail my teams, my kids, or humanity. Back in 1995, I was a 24-year-old nobody, coding Zip2 in a sweaty Palo Alto office, terrified I'd be deported if it flopped. No money, no connections, just annoying fear of screwing it all up. But here's the secret I've never shared publicly. Courage isn't fearless, it's moving through fear. Every empire I've built, $1.2 trillion Tesla, $400 billion SpaceX, came from moments I wanted to run but didn't. I'm not special. I'm just a guy who cracked a code to harness fear. And it's why I'm still standing. By the end, you'll see how fear isn't your enemy, it's your fuel. I'll walk you through my lowest points, like 2008 when I lost nearly everything, and my highest, like watching Starship soar this year. This is the blueprint I wish I had when I was shaking in my boots. And it's yours now. Most people think fear means you're weak. Wrong. Fear's a signal you're on the edge of something massive. The trap, letting it paralyze you. Most dreams die because people freeze, waiting for certainty that never comes. Take 2001, I'd sold Zip2, made millions, but poured it all into X.com, later PayPal. Everyone said I was nuts, .com's were crashing, and I was betting my life savings. I'd lie awake, stomach in knots, picturing total failure. My co-founder, Peter Thiel, and I fought like hell over strategy, code, everything. Fear screamed, quit, play it safe. But I learned something. Fear's loudest when you're closest to a breakthrough. Then 2008 hit my darkest year. SpaceX's first 3 rockets exploded. Tesla was weeks from bankruptcy. I was divorced, borrowing rent money, and the press was tearing me apart. I felt like a fraud, terrified I'd let down everyone who believed in me. Most would have folded. I almost did, but I realized fear wasn't the problem ignoring. It was the killer, waiting for fear to vanish. It won't. Courage is acting anyway. My code starts with one question. What's scarier than failing? For me, it's humanity stuck on Earth, or my kids growing up in a world I didn't try to fix. That's what pushed me through. Quick pause. What's the one fear stopping your biggest move right now? A career switch? A tough talk? Starting something new? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading everyone, and your honesty might spark someone else's courage. Let's make this real. Here's the code I cracked. Courage is a system, not a trait. Treat fear like rocket fuel, volatile but powerful. Filter it through purpose, iterate through action, and scale with conviction. In 2002, I was terrified to start SpaceX. NASA laughed private rockets. Impossible. I was an internet guy, not a rocket scientist. But I was more scared of humanity's extinction than looking foolish. So I bet $100 million from PayPal. Heart-pounding fear, daily. But here's how it works. 1. Name the fear, call it out. Mine, I'll lose everything and be alive. Writing it down strips its power. 2. Purpose, anchor. Tie your action to something bigger. SpaceX wasn't about rockets. It's about human survival. That outweighed my terror. 3. Small steps forward. Don't wait for confidence. I started SpaceX with 3 engineers, reading textbooks. First step, build a tiny rocket. Momentum kills paralysis. 4. Reframe failure. Fear of failing is fear of learning. Each SpaceX explosion in 2008, data, not defeat. 4th launch hit orbit because I didn't run. This code changed me. From a loner scared of rejection to a leader betting trillions on unproven tech, I'm a better dad now facing fears of missing my kids' lives by being present. Courage isn't just for empires, it's for life. Cracking this code reshaped everything. SpaceX's 2025 Starship success, born from facing fears of another. 2008, Tesla's robotaxi fleet, pushed through doubts about AI risks. But the real win, I'm not haunted by what-ifs. I sleep knowing I've faced my fears head-on. Whether it's rockets or tough talks with my kids, you think billionaires don't fear. Bull, we just don't let it win. Courage builds empires, but it also builds meaning. The person who'll colonize Mars isn't fearless, they're the one who acts despite fear. Numbers hit hard. Average life, 29,200 days. At 30, you've used 10,950. At 50, 18,250. Fear steals half if you let it. How many days do you have left to chase what matters? In 2024, I faced a new fear, Neuralink's human trials. What if it failed? Harmed someone? I was sick with worry, but the code worked. Named the fear, anchored to helping millions. Took small steps, now we're live, changing lives. My kids see me push through. They're learning courage to. Your turn. If fear wasn't holding you back, what would you do today? Start a project. Apologize to someone. Take a risk. Comment below. Let's build a community of courage. Your move might inspire mine. Let's make it real. Your 30-day courage code challenge. 1. Fear audit. List your top 5 fears. Rate. What's the worst outcome? Most are smaller than they feel. I feared SpaceX's failure would end my career. It didn't. 2. Daily anchor. Every morning. Write. What's bigger than my fear? For me, it's humanity's future. For you, find it. 3. Micro actions. Take one scary step daily. A cold email, a tough call, a prototype. I started Tesla with a single battery test. Small wins stack. 4. Reframe ritual. After a setback, ask, what did I learn? Write it. My 2008 crashes taught me rocket physics priceless. 5. Share the code. Tell one person your fear and plan. Accountability fuels action. I told Peter my SpaceX doubts. His push kept me going. I botched this early, froze before pitches. Hid from conflict. Now, courage is my edge. You'll stumble too, but keep moving. Example, in 2023, I feared X's algorithm fights would tank it. Faced it, iterated. 1. Here's the deeper pattern. Most think courage is for heroes. Wrong. It's for anyone who moves through fear. Success isn't about dodging risks. It's about embracing them with purpose. The trap, waiting for fear to fade. It never does. I've been terrified more than most. 2008, rockets blowing up, Tesla dying, me, broke. I felt like I'd let down my team, my family. Wanted to hide, but fear showed me what mattered. Each failure was a lesson. Valves, cash flow, resilience. 4th launch worked because I didn't quit. Tesla survived because I faced the abyss. This lets me bet big now. Starship's 2025 risks, billions on the line. Neuralink's trials, lives at stake. I'm scared, but I act. Your dream startup, art, change, fear's the gatekeeper. Every day you wait, you lose numbers. My team's face, 10,000 decisions yearly, 30% carry fear. We act on 90%, that's why we're ahead. Legacy, not just Mars. I want my kids saying, Dad faced his fears so we could too. Humanity, he dared for us. One last time. What's one fear you'll face this week? Drop it, tag a friend who needs a nudge. I'll share mine too. Let's ignite courage together. The secret isn't fearlessness, it's action through fear. Courage isn't a gift, it's a muscle. Build it, and your dreams become inevitable. You're not stuck, you're scared. And that's okay. My challenge. Face one fear this month. Ask, what's scarier than failing? Act small, win big. Why share this? I nearly broke in 2008, alone. Scared I was nothing. Don't want that for you. I'm still learning. Last month, I faced my fear of disconnecting. Took my kids camping, no signal. Their stories by the fire. Bigger than any launch, your dream waits beyond fear. I've fallen, risen, repeat. You will too. But when my daughter looks at me and says, Dad, you never gave up, that's everything. We'll say that about you. Face it now. Share this with someone scared to leap. Subscribe for raw truths on fear, ambition, impact. We're building a fearless community. Courage isn't waiting, it's acting. Your move, face it today.